Yes, good evening, everyone in the USA, plus all over the world, Long Island, plus the five boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens, and and including Canada as well. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator, aka Rookie Podcaster of Queens, New York, alongside with YouTuber and the host with the most. And you're rocking with Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, episode 71. Now, I do sincerely apologize for the delay of episode 71. There's been some things I've been going through, not just work related, but you know, crazy stuff going on with me and my mother, which I'm not gonna really get into too much about that. Um and also I'd like to start off before I even get into the steps to the YouTube channel. I would like to actually mention about my how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, which is the first thing I'm gonna do in a segment that I created that I wanted to create. Um Actually, I want to create it. I created this in a way of an inspiration of someone who actually um did a mental health check-in. So let me see. I'd like to take the time to actually do this as a segment um called um a minute here. I'd like to all right, hold on. All right, this is what you called a mental health check-in. All right. And this is pertaining to myself actually. And basically I'm gonna tell you how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually. So there you go with that one. Um I actually want to start off by saying that things has been a little crazy for me mentally with the unexpected surprises along with the unexpected cranky, stanky, stingy individual who actually, tried to give me a hard time with some fucked up shit that she said about me. And I didn't really appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Um so I wanted to actually open up to actually basically express what I've been feeling. And I was really, really disappointed. I was really angry, disappointed, hurt by her statements. To say that I'm using my dad's passing as a blame, which is not a blame, by the way. I want to set the record straight to this fucking idiot who said that. So I actually want to say, for you to say that, um, to see people like me who work at Big Lots Supermarket as an essential worker pisses you off. Why the fuck are you shopping there? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and this is the things I get for helping you with the fucking case of bottled water. Like, to be honest with you, that's not to be honest with you, that's not even right at all, man. And I don't mean to put this out there as an attention seeker or whatever, but I cannot hold my emotions in a bottle for too long because I'm a type of person that has to release it. If I don't release it, it's gonna drive me crazy. So I figured I actually discussed this in a mental health check-in segment. So I figured I'd just talk about it. Um, And I was really having a hard time understanding why she would say something like that to me. And it came to realization that, you know, how majority of old folks be on a midlife crisis, taking their frustrations out on people like me, which I did not even deserve that. And for her to say that I should take a government job, you have no right to tell somebody to take a government job, regardless of what the fucking benefits are. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be happy there. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be happy there. The very last thing I don't want is a government job. That's not that's not the type of job that I want to be at. It doesn't matter what the amount of money is, and it doesn't matter what type of benefits it has. I'd rather stay in my own lane because at the end of the day, I shouldn't have to worry about, competition, the what ifs, and all the other stuff. And um, one more thing before I even get into the show, I actually want to say this though. Anybody that's working at a supermarket as an essential worker or any other company whatsoever, if you run into a cranky, stanky, stingy person who has insecurities or whatever case scenario may be, listen, you're not alone. I want you to know that you should stand clear of them. Stand clear away from them because they'll they are what you call toxic people. Toxic people who are in their midlife crisis. They're very toxic, and I just would you know stay away from them. That's just my feeling right here. And you know also how I'm doing physically, I'm physically doing fine. Just has been I've been kind of exhausted for I've been trying to actually be able to recharge my whole body because for me to work 5 days a week, I don't know if I could do it because I have 3 shows to record and stuff like that. Now, I'm not doing this for just the money. I'm doing this because it's something that I love and something that I was able to gain a skill in. That's the reason why I'm doing this. And as I said in 68 episodes ago, the reason I'm doing this and the reason I'm actually you know having people go to my YouTube channels to not only stream, not only listen and not only watch me, but it's to give people something light so they can get their minds off of stressful situations like their jobs, family drama, bad hair days, um you know mental health issues or whatever, um whatever it is that people are going through and stuff like that. I wanted to be the person to actually provide that. And because I believe laughter is the best medicine, not dirty politics. um as for spiritually, I'm actually trying to get the hang of trying to you know figure out where to put my energy in, but it's a day by day process for me. So spiritually, I'm actually getting into meditation a little bit. I should have did this today, but anyway, um I will get the hang of doing a little meditation to release all the stress of what's going on with me and stuff like that. I will do that in the future. So that was the segment mental health check-in. Now we're gonna go to going to go to a segment that I always like to do, which is chatting all the jazz. And you guys already know what it is already, man. I shouldn't have to explain it though, man. We're gonna get into this first topic in regards to an actor who passed away recently, who goes by the name of Anthony Johnson. So here we go. So Johnson's rep tells TMZ, our BH talent family is saddened about the loss of an amazing, iconic legend in comedy, our client and friend Anthony A.J. Johnson. The rep adds, we are praying for all those that were touched by his comedy, acting, but most of all, his life. We are especially praying for his beloved family, children, siblings, and manager. So Anthony Johnson, best known for his roles in House Party and Friday, has died, TMZ has learned. Johnson's nephew tells us AJ was found lifeless in a store earlier this month in Los Angeles and rushed to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. So far, no cause of death has been released. And Ice Cube says on Twitter, sad to wake up to the news about A.J. Johnson passing away. Naturally funny dude who was straight out of Compton at the same time. Sorry I couldn't bring your character Ezo back to the big screen in last Friday. The actor and comedian's career took off in 1990 after he landed the role of Eazy-E in House Party and going on to do stand-up all over LA. After that, he appeared in films like Lethal Weapon 3 and Menace to Society before his breakout role playing Ezo in the 1995 comedy Friday. AJ would go on to appear in nearly 50 films and TV shows, including Moesha, Martin, Malcolm, and Eddie, The Players Club, and I Got the Hookup, and its sequel. It's also rumored Johnson was cast to reprise his role in the upcoming Last Friday. Um, Anthony A.J. Johnson was 55 years old. SIP to Anthony A.J. Johnson. Yeah, I wanted to start off with something serious. And speaking of something serious, been hearing a lot of chatter about this Gabby Petito case. So, and of course, Nancy Grace decides to chime in on the case. I forget one of the podcast shows and the other shows that she does, but although she was featured on Dr. Oz and the true crime segment and stuff, so let me just read this right here. So, Nancy Grace theorized that wildlife exercise or intense climate may have prompted harm to Gabby Petito's physique and should have hid issues a coroner would use to find out her explanation for loss of life. However, she additionally mentioned throughout a TMZ reside look that the truth that authorities may shortly determine Gary's tattoos mean there's hope her physique was found considerably intact. Plus, Gabby's household slammed Brian Laundrie's dad and mom on Dr. Phil for ignoring them and urged their daughter's fugitive fiance to flip yourself in. Can't believe his last name is Laundry, man. I can't believe this shit, man. So throughout Dr. Phil's unique two-part interview with Gabby's heartbroken dad, Joe Petito, mother Nicole Schmidt, and her step-parents, the aforementioned, they don't consider the lacking man is useless. Gabby's dad advised Dr. Phil he considers Brian and anybody with the Laundrie household's Florida dwelling a coward as a result of he hasn't cooperated with the police. We want solutions that Jim mentioned. You're solely making it worse for yourself, for us, and for your loved ones. Give us some closure to return to the recollections we had along with her. The primary a part of the interview with Petito's dad and mom, Gabby Petito's household speaks out. Adopt to Feel Unique premiered on October 5th, which was recently. The second half, Gabby's mother and father come collectively, airs on October 6th, um, recently. Um, so, okay, learn our Gabby Petito Stay weblog for the most recent information and updates, blah, blah. How could Gabby Pro become messy? Continues. That is as a result of the Grand Nationwide Park and the Bridget Teton Nationwide Forest Service off federal land. If Gabby was killed elsewhere, then that will fall beneath state jurisdiction. Sources say if there is no such thing as a technique to decide the place her loss of life befell, then the U.S. lawyer will prosecute as a result of the place her physique was discovered will grow to be the default. But when state authorities consider her physique was moved there, they may then be at odds with federal officers. How could, yeah, the investigation into Gabby Petito's loss of life could grow to be a authorized nightmare relying on the place she was killed, in keeping with regulation enforcement sources. Officers advised TMZ that the location of the place the tragic vlogger um 22 died could imply the case is both handled by federal or state authorities. They are at the moment making an attempt to ascertain whether or not the Wyoming Nationwide Park, the place Gabby's physique was discovered, was additionally the scene of her loss of life. Too many unknowns to place blame. Wellner speculates that there are too many unknowns or to put blame or disgrace the dad and mom. We don't know what he advised them. However, what we will count on is that they be invested in seeing issues from his perspective and his account. Um, mentioned Wellner. So, whereas many individuals across the nation and perhaps massing on the house grounds are perhaps hurling every kind of anger on the household, we have now to do not forget that they are not essentially going to see issues the way in which others see them. As a result of, they will all the time say, "We all know him greater than you." Um, yeah. FBI issues statement on finding justice for Gabby. Okay. Particular Agent Michael Schneider of the Denver FBI unit issued a press release asking for anybody with info on the place Laundrie is to contact them instantly. End quote. The F- the FBI's dedication to justice is the forefront of every investigation, Schneider mentioned. The FBI and our companions stay devoted to making sure anybody answerable for or complicit in Mr. Petito's loss of life is held accountable for his or her actions. Mr. Brian Laundrie has been named an individual of curiosity. Anybody with info regarding Mr. Laundrie's position on this matter or his present whereabouts ought to contact the FBI. Is Brian a suspect in Gary's murder? He's thought of an individual of curiosity in Gabby's murder, however, has but to formally be named a suspect. Nonetheless, Brian is needed for allegedly utilizing Gabby's financial institution card after she died. Van lived is afraid after Gabby's death. Hannah and Coney Lane, members of the Van Life neighborhood, have revealed fears for their very own security within the wake of Gabby's horrific loss of life. In a unique interview with the Solar, Hannah revealed that she thinks Brian is out on the Appalachian path and he has expertise dwelling off the grid from a previous 2 month goal to there. I've talked a lot overtly about Brian Laundrie and the issues that he has accomplished that now I'm paranoid that he's going to come back to my bus, she mentioned. It's simply so scary since you by no means know who you are close to. You can be part subsequently to somebody and subsequent factor you already know you are on the information. Um, person from India is at the moment working with Petito's household on creating the metal bench that may completely be in place in honor of Petito. Um, one little quick note. I actually was hearing that Dog the Bounty Hunter is actually involved in this in this search. So um that's pretty interesting though, man. And I'm not even sure if he's doing this to get a new show or whatever. So I'm not even gonna get into that one right there. Um anyway, um yeah, the bench might be off in between a few bushes within the shade. Meadow within the solar isn't that welcoming, and we wish individuals to be able to come back and sit and replicate, Luke mentioned. A metal bench will act as a memorial to Gabby Petito in Northport, Florida. The household is grateful that their daughter's life, their relatives' life, has touched so many individuals that is for her to be remembered. Northport Mayor Jill Luke advised Fox Information on Saturday. They are grateful for individuals who introduce issues for the gentleman who's getting ready the bench for many who are displaying the respect and honor for his or her daughter. The van life couple logged 2 months of a um, transatlantic street journey over the summertime. Gabby was final heard from August 27th. Gabby's mom obtained a textual content from the vlogger's telephone on August 30th. However, she has expressed doubt that it was Gabby who dispatched the textual content. The, the Teton County coroner and FBI confirmed stays discovered on September 19th was Gabby. The coroner dominated her loss of life a murder. However, the reason for loss of life hasn't been launched. So, okay, Gary Petito timeline. Okay, Gary Petito, age 22, was final seen on August 24th, leaving a lodge in Utah. Here's the timeline of Gabby Petito's disappearance. June 2021, Gabby Petito and her fiance Brian Laundrie set off on a cross country throughout the U.S. July 4th, Gabby posts photographs of herself barefoot of Gulf County, Kansas. July 8th, Gabby posts photographs of herself on the nice sand dunes nationwide park in Colorado. July 18th, Gabby and Brian submit photographs of themselves at Utah's Zion Nationwide Park. August 12th, Physique Digicam footage was launched in September, displaying an encounter Brian and Gabby had with police in Utah. Police confirmed that no vital actions have been reported. August 19th, Gabby and Brian submitted a video on their YouTube channel. Um, chronically chronicling their journey. August 24th rather, Gabby is noticed leaving a lodge in Salt Lake Metropolis, Utah. August 25th, Gabby FaceTimes her mother, Nicole Schmidt, for the ultimate time. In a later police report, Schmidt mentioned her conversations along with her daughter revealed increasingly pressure between her and Brian. Gabby additionally posts her final Instagram, no locations given. Man, so in all actuality, this has been taking place for like the past 4 months. That's pretty much how it's summed up. Um, so basically, really hope that they'll be able to find some closure into this though. So I'm not really too sure about this, but okay. Gabby's dad, Joe Petito, known as for Laundry, to be in prison for the remainder of his life. He advised Dr. Phil, "I need to look him within the eyes. I need to see him in a jail cell." He additionally claimed that Laundry is just too cowardly to kill himself. Joe mentioned he's a coward. I might use another phrase, however, I am unable to use them on this present. Um, the Teton County Coroner, um, D. Brett Blue, mentioned preliminary findings have been that Petito died on account of murder. However, the trigger continues to be pending closing post-mortem outcomes. K9, the bounty hunter, has mentioned he fears Gabby Petito was killed by brutally due to essential clues in her post-mortem. In unique interview with the Solar, K9 mentioned, "I've by no means seen the findings of an post-mortem to take this lengthy to announce. There's in space the place there have been a number of bushes, remnants of a fireplace ring, and a clearing the place I might place my tent. Going through out over the mountain vary. Her physique was present in entrance of the tent or in entrance of the fireplace ring." He additionally spoke in regards to the seek for her, the place. He claimed rainbows confirmed them the way in which to her physique. Through the second half, Gabby's household then revealed that her physique had been found simply in interest of the realm, the place, the tent, and the fireplace would have been. Gabby's stepfather added that it will have been solely a briefly stroll from the place the van would have been parked, however, was off the overwhelmed path. The fireplace their van was is alongside a creek mattress. On the opposite aspect is a few bushes and a variety of low brush on the borderline of Teton Nationwide Park. Mentioned Jim. You know what though, man? I don't know if I'm gonna read all this, so that's pretty much what that is. So I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get back to it, but I'll probably continue watching TV about this stuff. So you know what I mean. Um, and by the way, for new listeners and watchers in the YouTube universe, for those of you who may not know, we're live streaming live and direct from StreamYard. On alongside with YouTube and of course the stream on 17 Live. And I do apologize for um my tablet going dead on me actually when I was doing the other recording for Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast a couple minutes ago. Um right now the tablet's on charge right now, so I'm not even gonna really worry too much about it going dead. Um just want to put it out there though, man. You know what I'm saying? So listen, um, let me just say this. Let me just say this right here, man. Um, okay. This has been the dumbest idea that I ever heard. Like, why the hell would you sell a fucking an old BMW car that Tupac Shakur was killed in for money? And the crazy shit is it's on sale. So check this out, folks. Tupac BMW, he was shot in for sale at over $1 million. Oh gosh. So Tupac Shakur's murder car can be yours for the taking if you are into macabre macabre stuff, but it won't be cheap. You'll need damn near 2 mil in cash to claim this ride. No, thank you. Um, this 1996 BMW 750iL is the same one Pac was riding in while Suge Knight drove 25 years ago today in Las Vegas. The rapper was shot September 7th, 1996, and eventually died in the hospital from his injuries. The bullet holes from the fateful night have been repaired, and word is that it's been restored to its original condition. Now the price, whopping 1.7 million. So yeah, this is definitely for the diehard and wealthy, very wealthy Tupac fans. Yeah, right. The car is for sale and on display at the Celebrity Cars Las Vegas showroom, not too far from where the fatal shooting went down. Pac and Suge had stopped at a traffic light following a Mike Tyson fight when another vehicle pulled up alongside them and opened fire, hitting Pac multiple times while only grazing Suge. As you know, the rest is history. Tupac's killer has never been brought to justice. Oh boy. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I mean, this is just crazy, man. Um, and speaking of crazy, man, I need to discuss something in regards to weird commercial ads. Um, let me just say this though, man. There's well, let me just sum up this Allstate commercial that kind of pissed me off. So in the commercial, there's a lady who is in a car who is at an elementary school. And all of a sudden, as I'm watching the commercial, I I see her in the elementary school kids playing jump rope double dutch with a car. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, and the reason I bring this up is because episodes ago in episode 9, I remember when me and the homie Soul Live was talking about false advertisement, and this is one of them too. This is one of them. And the crazy shit is it's like sometimes I feel like, people do too much to actually, make it seem like, and I don't understand why, and I don't understand the logic behind trying to play jump rope double dutch with a damn car. So that's just crazy to me, man. That's crazy to me, man. Um Another Allstate commercial that kind of got to me was when in the commercial it was a bunch of marching music bands. Like, hold on, man. I need to display it. Hold on. That's what I was thinking. Why do you have a marching band in an Allstate commercial? What does that have to do with what does that have to do with the car insurance? That's the shit that I don't understand. That's the shit that I don't understand, man. I really don't understand that shit though, man. But um speaking of another weird ad commercial by Allstate, here's another one, and I find this very interesting too. So I had to pick this one that I've been seeing for the past couple of days. So it goes like this. Allstate has quite a few memorable ads lately. I have written about a few of them. One catching on because of the beautiful island featured in the ad titled Island, which you can read about here. Or another about a controversial hood ornament, more on that here. Now, though Allstate shows a woman driving into an Allstate town and she gets a wave of endorphins after learning she has saved a bunch of money by switching to Allstate. Here's the ad. The location is not really Allstate town. Going by the bridge, in that in the last shot, this ad takes place in Spain, a bit north of Barcelona. Notice the green railing and the wall of rock as you approach the end of the bridge in the screenshot below from Google Maps. Then compare it with the last shot in the ad. Kudos to YouTube user Danny Marin for figuring this out. Oh, wow. The music playing in the background is Private Gondola by Jung Youth. And of course, there's a full track about it. I'm not gonna play it. The dog, the pup in this ad looks like a Vizsla. Gosh, are they beautiful or what? The crabs. What does the crabs got to do with the damn commercial, man? Okay, the crabs in this ad look like dinner. My guess they wouldn't be dancing if they knew if they knew their fate. Oh man. Okay. So that was one of the craziest Allstate commercial ads I ever heard of before. This is crazy, man. And hold on a minute, man. If I'm not mistaken here, I know there's more to this shit too, man. Um, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine being in a commercial like this. Oh shit! So that was the other weird Allstate commercials and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen, man, and don't even get me started with that Allstate commercial when they play that De La Soul track of um of Buddy. Like, no, no, not Buddy, but because the hot step or some shit like that, man. Don't even get me started with that one, man. I'm about to move on to the next damn fucking weird commercial. Oh shit. Um, let me see. There's another one. There's another one that I want to actually talk about here. So there's oh man, hold on. Hold on a second, guys. There's so many. There's so many I need to really hang on a minute here. I mean, there's got to be some stories behind it. So one of the main geico commercials has to do with the damn tag team, man. And they made a song called Scoop There It Is, and I actually heard it a bunch of times. It's actually the opposite of 98 South Whoop There It Is. And, and I'm like, damn. Tag team back again, but this time they've got ice cream. Geico is taking you back to the 90s with this feel good video of the decade. Scoop There Is. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I want to actually get to the oh man. I want to actually talk about this, man. This is crazy. Another. Hold on a minute here, because I remember seeing this actually. It's like commercial ideas. It's man. Another Geico commercial that kind of really struck me is, what the hell is a fucking lizard doing with a fucking car that has a flat tire? I don't understand that shit. And then there's another one that really got me that has to do with there's another Geico commercial with the fucking strong man that's actually not only lifting garbage cans, but he's pulling a bus, a transit bus, out of all things. Like, yo, I'll be screaming out my ass right now, man. Whoops. Wrong one. Yeah, I'll be screaming out my ass on this one, man. That was a mistake on that one. I didn't mean to press that money sound. So oh my gosh. And then oh gosh. And then there's a whole bunch. I'm not even gonna get to all of them. There was just so many weird Geico commercials, so I ended up picking like maybe 3 or 4 or something. But other than that, um, I want to let me get to the other topic right here. No, wait. Actually, the stories behind it too. Hold on a minute here. Oh boy. Yeah, but then okay. Okay. So of course they got dumb ideas, of course. Yeah, let me get to the other topic, man. I'm done with this right here, man. I'm so done with this shit, man. This is like one of the funniest commercials that I actually do, man. So anyway, um, let me see this. Okay, so the very very last topic that I wanted to talk about here has to do with the hip hop music albums that hasn't lived up to the hype. Now, hold on a second here before I even get to this. All right. Here we go. So, okay. Let me just see. So, hip hop albums that didn't live up to the hype. Starting with Lil Wayne's Rebirth. Already one of the biggest stars that hip hop had ever seen in 2010, Lil Wayne stepped outside of the genre to try something new. Rebirth, Wheezy's early 2010 rap rock album, is his most experimental project yet. Some of the songs are rock songs with rap elements, like the drum heavy One Way Trip featuring Kevin Rudolph, but others are more akin to pop rock hits of the time, such as the Chanel assisted Prom Queen. While Wayne is a skilled rapper, and that isn't debatable at this point, rock wasn't his strong suit. The songs felt like reenactments of popular rock tracks, but Wayne just didn't have the chops or the know how at the time. Prom Queen was a big song, and so was Drop the World, featuring Eminem, but both sounded dated almost as soon as they released. Rebirth feels like it exists because Wayne wanted to see if he could pull it off. The execution just wasn't strong enough. Kanye West's Yay. I ain't even listened to that album, man. Believe me. Um, I didn't even listen to that album, so I'm not even gonna really get do a review on that shit. Um, anyway, there was a lot of mystery swirling around Kanye West's 2018 album Yay. He was very public about his mental health ups and downs at this time, and had also been spending his time in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, purchasing a ranch there and making it his new recording home. In addition to flying out nearly every relevant artist in music to record with him for the new album, he was also producing new albums for Pusha T, Nas, Kid Cudi, and Tiana Taylor simultaneously. Yay as an album was a bit undisciplined, um, hopping from sound to sound with little warning. All Mine is a Kanye, Ty Dolla Sign, and Jeremiah collab, on which the latter two shine, and No Mistakes is a throwback to the old soul sample heavy Kanye. The problem with both is Kanye is no longer the same rapper he once was. Few clever, sharp bars with confidence lead him to fade into the background of his own songs. Considering Ye is only 7 tracks long, this album needed to be tighter and more and a more resounding return for Kanye West. It just wasn't. The sales were solid for Ye, doing 208,000 and notching a number one debut, but it isn't about numbers at this point for him. The quality isn't up to his typical standard. Oh gosh. Yeah, right. Um yeah, hang on. Ty Tigers The Gold album, 18th Dynasty. Tigers 2015 album, The Gold album, 18th Dynasty, had plenty going on behind the scenes. Released after he exited his deal with Cash Money and a little over a year after his platinum Young Thug assisted single Hookah had its return. The Gold album experienced the bad combo of not selling well and failing to get that much love. Tiger was in label limbo and unable to use a lot of the songs he recorded under Cash Money, which caused the album to be both short and light on guests than anyone would have expected at the time. Executive produced by Kanye West and Mike Dean co-production. The songs themselves are typical Tiger flair. Um, but without the energy or memorable hooks he's known for. My Motherfucker and Wham, what mimics some of his older songs. The vibe just isn't the same. The Gold album, 18 Dynasty, is definitely just a low point in Tiger's discography. Okay. Jay-Z and R. Kelly's Unfinished Business. So boy. At an album mirrored by controversy of both the legal and personal variety, Unfinished Business was a follow-up to Jay-Z and R. Kelly's 2002 collab album, The Best of Both Worlds. The previous album was a commercial success, and so was this one, with both selling over 210,000 copies in its first week. Neither of the albums are classics, but the second time around was a disappointment, as these were just leftover songs that weren't used to the best of both worlds. R. Kelly's much publicized child pornography case started in 2002, which led to his joint tour with Jay-Z being put on ice. When they did hit the road in 2004, their relationship was clearly frayed. R. Kelly claimed that he saw guns in the crowd at the Madison Square Garden show date. He was then allegedly pepper sprayed by Jay's well-known associate Tyron Ty Smith. On that same day, disputes over rehearsals, Arcade's availability, and demands turned the tour into lawsuits and countersuits. In regards to the music, neither party truly brought their A game, with the most memorable track being the single Big Chips. At the end of the day, Unfinished Business was a mediocre album during a tumultuous time. 50 Cent's Animal Ambition, an untamed desire to win, with an eventful history of gangster rap that propelled him into a bona fide superstar. 50 Cent, a once otherworldly talent, showed just how human he was on Animal Ambition. An obtained desire to win. The 2014 album was seen by the masses as stale, containing music that was better in quality than his mixtapes, but an off-brand version of the Get Rich or Die Trying fifth that was untouchable. All 11 tracks, including Don't Worry About It and with Yo Gotti, A Regular Heartbeat featuring Jadakiss and K-Kid, as well as the Club Ready Smoke and R&B singer Trey Songz, were released as lead singles. His strategy was obviously to get those records into a commercially certified territory, and the formula would have worked 10 years earlier if he released Animal Ambition in the early to mid 2000s, when he could do no wrong in what was primed to be and marketed as a full body of work. A lot of people would say that this one was half baked. And not to be confused with the fucking movie, folks. Oh shit. So what we have here, okay. So what we got here is this. And the okay. This project served as 50's first solely under his G Unit Records umbrella and not in the scope Shady Records and Aftermath Entertainment that he previously been signed to for 12 years. It's safe to say that he wasn't off to the best start. Okay, Chance the Rapper on the big day. The Chance the Rapper is still fighting to counteract the criticism he took upon releasing his debut album, The Big Day, in 2019. The concert theme around his wedding was met with a general lukewarm reception, despite the project peaking at number 2 on Billboard 200 chart. The regression to a lot of the fans that Chance swiped with 10-day acid rap, surf, and coloring book was seen by fans as entirely too cheerful and corny, leading to the creation of countless memes that contain the nasally voiceover "I Love My Wife." Songs like "Eternal" featuring Smino The Gucci Mane assisted Big Fish and Handsome. The Megan Thee Stallion are the usual Chance prototype where he moonwalks through different genres over beats that you could get lost or flex your footwork to. However, like throughout the project, in those cases, the features vacuum of the attention. Nicki Minaj created conversation off the strength of her verse on Zannies and Fools by teasing her eventual pregnancy again, eclipsing the star. Chance still showed off his electric cadence and flows, though even his one witness was buried in one too many stories about his family and lover. I'm not even gonna get into Little Pump because I don't even listen to Little Pump. I don't even know why he got the name Little Pump in the first place. Oh man. Okay, Nelly's MO. Nelly's rise to start superstardom in the early 2000s was incredible, and his ability to ride that relevance for so long shows how impactful his run was. Nostalgia and a catalog of good songs have kept him going. However, his 2013 album MO was a misstep. The project had pretty much everything you want for a big rap album that year. Nicki Minaj, 2 Chainz, Wiz Khalifa, multiple Pharrell Williams produced beats, and more. The issue at hand was that Nelly's style was dated, and he couldn't really evolve it to match the era he was now rapping in. At the time, he was also continuing to dabble in country, which explains the appearance of Florida Georgia Line. The biggest album, the album's biggest song, is Hey Porsche," which isn't a bad track at all, but it's a bit of a cookie cutter pop song. It's one of the few memorable moments here. Since Mo Nelly didn't release another album until this year with Heartland. Um, so let's see. I'm not even gonna. Well, let me see. There's so many. There's just so many, actually, man. Um, I'm gonna do a few more of this, man. I'm gonna do a few more of this. So let's see. Okay, so Eminem. Eminem's nice studio album Revival had fans coming to terms with the idea that he's very well may have run out of stories to tell. Following a movement of revered success that includes diamond selling albums, Grammys, and even Guinness World Records, his 2017 release drew criticism for being overly political as he took aim at the 45th president, like Home with Alicia Keys, spoke on police brutality and acknowledged his white privilege. Untouchable, keeping things modern on tracks like Believe, he mimics the Migos flow. While his adaptation can be respected, people also noted actually how unoriginal he sounded for once. The 19 song effort is laced with a typical song format of getting major singers like Beyonce, Kalani, and Pink to deliver bland hooks in an attempt to revival the execution of Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna back in 2010. But none of those hit that hard. A lot of tracks in between come off as fillers, underwhelming, deep, and undercooked. Let the people tell it. Revival is M's most boring drop to date. Although it went number one on the Billboard 200, it was easy to forget almost immediately. Goddamn. Wow. Um. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on a minute, guys. I'll probably go over the rest of the albums that didn't live up to the hype next time. It's getting kind of late. I'm actually gonna call this a night. So that's gonna do it for episode 71. If you like what you heard, um, sh- please show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is $ capital $G Money Stacks 555. That's capital G lowercase MONEY capital S lowercase TACKZ 555. Another option is to make a donation to Anchor, of course, to support the show. There's two ways that you can support the show. So, and it's not about having a lot of money, folks. It's about doing your best on what you can afford. Um, whatever amount you put, whether it's a dollar, whether it's $4.99, whether it's $9.99, it doesn't matter what the amount is. Um, it it any amount will be appreciated, and that's real talk, though. Now, listen, before I even get to the Instagram handles right here, man, as you can see, the planes passing by, so let's gonna take a pause right here. So listen, um, the way, um, the way I am going to, start off with one of the handles is 17 Live. If you guys want to get to know me more as a person, which is 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York. On there, live streaming right now. That's G Money Stacks, Queens, New York at 17 Live. And also, you can follow the show Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, all in one word, alongside with Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, which I am going to get back to it actually. I had a little unexpected surprises of my mother unexpectedly um rearranging my room and stuff. So something I didn't even authorize. So anyway, and also you can follow my other show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, which I just finished recording a couple minutes ago, which is episode 20, dedicating it to Marvel Comics. And you can follow me on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. So let's go to the stream platforms right here. Be sure to follow and subscribe to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on these audio streaming platforms that I am about to go over, which is in the link in the bio on Instagram of both G Money Stacks 555 and Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, which is going to say Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. You click on there, and it's going to be a whole list of streaming choices that you can listen to the episodes as well. And I'm going to go over the stream choices right now. So you could like I said, you could follow Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Podorama, Anchor, Audacity, Spotify, Audio Burst, Deezer, TuneIn, Play FM, Podchaser, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Podcast Addict, Breaker, Castbox FM, Listen Notes, Podbay, Podfriend. And don't forget to go to Podfriend and Podchaser to leave a 5-star rating. Even though you don't got any thoughts or opinions to say, be sure to go to those two links that I just mentioned in the bio. That'll be much appreciated, of course. And we are also on the shows, also on Reason FM, and of course Google Podcasts. And don't forget that Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast is on Amazon Music. It's on Audible. It's on iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. Listen, folks, I need your help on a couple things. Go grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, and also do the same for my other YouTube channels, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, and alongside with Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. You're basically going to be doing the same. So grab the subscribe button. Be sure to also grab the notification bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. And also be sure to leave a like and a comment along with the episodes with the topics that was discussed. Also more video content. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes, previous episodes that was recorded that will be uploaded and posted to the G Money Stacks 555 channel page of all the episodes of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, which is going to be automatically uploaded after the recordings. Be sure to share the videos alongside with downloading your favorite episodes. Make sure you tell a friend to another friend. Spread the word about Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. And of course, be sure to share the podcast along with audio streaming platforms that I just discussed with your friends. And like I always say at the end of the show, man, if you have a dream of being a podcaster and you would like to create one or any other career field whatsoever, don't let anybody stop you. All right. As far as creating a show and a podcast like I'm doing right now with 3 podcast shows whatsoever, all you need is a microphone, a laptop or a computer, and some headphones. And also be sure to if you like to do it, be sure to sorry about that. And be sure to go check out Anchor on the app. Download the Anchor app. And if you don't have the app, you could also check out anchor.fm so you can get yourself started with the show and what you're going to talk about. Now, whatever name you come up with the show podcast, whatever it is, make sure it's a representation of yourself as far as what you're going to talk about, as far as anything in entertainment, music, regarding mental health, regarding health, regarding any other type of shit whatsoever that's related, anything that people could relate to. You know what I mean? And you don't necessarily need a fancy, expensive recording studio to record podcast shows, because I've seen people who record their podcast from their cribs, garage, um, anywhere, man. You know what I mean? And like I'm recording from my room because I'm trying to save money, because I'm not trying to spend too much on, on the producers and the engineers and stuff, which is what a lot of people don't really understand. So I figured I'd be hands on with the producing of the episodes, along with the audio, streaming platforms whatsoever, since I'm doing all the legwork. So um anyway, so like I said, man, if you trying to create a show and a podcast for the first time, also be sure to have your microphone, your computer or laptop. Either one will work, as long as you have a USB port plug to plug in the USB, cable port. So, and headphones and a microphone. Now, it don't have to be a fancy microphone. It it could be a good one, like I'm using right now, actually. Um Also, be sure to reach out to your loved ones, because um they might be going through something on the outside. They might be going through something on the inside. Um whether it's your wives, your husbands, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your friends, whatever it is, um, it's important to actually reach out to them to see what's going on with them in their life. I'm pretty sure they would want to do the same for you too. Um, Hang on a second, guys. On a second. And also, let me get to, hold on a minute here. And also, if you um know somebody that's actually going through something, be sure to reach out to them to actually, show compassion, empathy, and stuff like that. Um, because you don't have to wait every every year of May, as far as Mental Health Awareness Month, to actually reach out to somebody, because that what matters is like you're basically trying to be there for a person, which really is a good look. And of course, we just recently had um National World Mental Health Day, which I will talk about in a future episode. So um you're gonna stick around for that one. Um so anyway, man, listen. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's been listening to the show. I'm pretty sure everybody in the USA, along with all over the world, regions of the five boroughs, along with Long Island, and particular areas like Cambria Heights, there's Queens, Forest Hills, the Bronx, now Brooklyn. Um, let's keep the listeners going, man. Spread the word and share the podcast along with your friends and stuff like that, though, man. And that's pretty much how I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna go out with a bang right here, man. Hold on. Let's go out with a bang, man. And another one. And that's about it, though, man. Listen, this is G Money Stacks clocking out. Um, Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for the listens. Thank you for the downloads. Thank you so much to everybody that took the time to actually listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast episodes. Um, I will see you in the next episode. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys, wash your hands, one with your hand sanitizer, water with soap. I hope you guys have some water along with Gatorade so you can get your electrolytes going. Um, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a wrap for here, man. Listen, this has been a great episode, man. Over and out. Peace and one love, and you guys have a good night.